Indian community is helping him. And the reason we need to help him because we get to merge into each other. So we have no choice, right? And we have to come together. अपने पास कोई वो ही नहीं है. और Patrick, as he knows Indian community, he knows more about Indian culture, and he is very close to our community. And if he is there, we have problems, we take it to him, and he will try his best to solve it. Because we don't say that everything can be solved, but most of the thing can be solved. So I will ask Patrick Brown to come here and say a few words. Thanks.
Okay, to Kashuk and Devinder for helping organize today, thank you. It seems like just yesterday we were here at the beginning of the campaign. But that, I guess, was 6, 7, 8 months ago now. And the campaign's gone exceedingly well. We started with about 10 candidates, and now we're down to 2. And all the polls suggest that we are now poised for a victory in the election that will take place Sunday, tomorrow. I wanted to say thank you for having faith with me early on. You know that I've been a member of Parliament for 3 terms. And during that period, a real source of my success, a source of my energy, has been the Indo-Canadian community. You know, I've had the honor of chairing the Canada-India Parliamentary Association for the last 9 years. I have been to India 15 times. I have been to Gujarat 9 times. That's where I met Kashuk for the very first time in Gandhinagar. I've been to, for our friends from the Punjab, I've been to the Punjab 8 times. I've been to the Golden Temple in Amritsar 8 times. I've been to, I'd like to say I'm as comfortable in Jalandhar, Chandigarh, and Amritsar as I am in Barrie, Toronto, or Ottawa. I'm as comfortable in Ahmedabad, Baroda, or Surat as I am in Kitchener, Windsor, or London. And you know, if you look at the memberships that came out, you know, a real source of our success in this campaign was every Indo-Canadian MP in Canada from the Conservative Party endorsed my campaign. And sometimes, I think everyone knows, the community doesn't always necessarily get along. I think this is the first time that every MP is on the same side. We have Nina Grual, Deepak Obrai, Devinder Shori, Tim Uppal, Parm Gill, Bal Ghazal, all working on my behalf. Senator Asha Seth, Senator Samuel Atulajan, Vim Kochar, all helping me. So, you know, I think it's a real privilege and an honor for me. And a special moment we had 2 weeks ago when Narendra Modi came to Canada and he gave his big speech at the Ricoh Coliseum. He came afterwards to do a rally for my campaign. And I think a few of you were there. Kashuk was there, but it was a very special day. And he came, he gave me a bear hug, and he said, "I'm here for my brother." So, you know, I think it's unique when you can bring that type of support to your campaign. And as long as everyone that gets out and votes, we're going to build a better Ontario. We're going to, you're going to have as leader of the Progressive Conservative Party someone that is a real friend to the community. And there's big issues out there right now that we need to address. You know, we have hydro prices that are extraordinary. We're losing manufacturing jobs, and the only thing that Kathleen Wynne is focused on right now is bringing in new radical sex education curriculum. I said, instead of focusing on grade 1 sex education, you just let the young people focus on reading, writing, and mathematics. Yeah. You know, let parents teach values. Let the school system teach facts. Let parents decide what's age appropriate. And you know, I will continue to work towards making sure that we just get government out of your way. That if you want to work hard, you can succeed. You want to work hard, you want to toil, we'll make this the easiest place to do business. You know, the lesson I learned from my friend Narendra Modi in Gujarat is he said, you want to create wealth, you make it the easiest place to develop a business. The reason Tata and the big companies went to Gujarat is because he went and got rid of red tape. He got cheap power. He mailed good roads. You want to bring businesses to Ontario? You have to get hydro prices under control. You have to deal with the gridlock. And you have to cut red tape. So I really believe that if I have the honor to serve as Premier of Ontario, I think we can do great things together. So, you know, I really believe that everything is going to go okay tomorrow, and that we're going to have a great turnout, and we're going to take this party back, and it's going to be a different PC party. But I plan to to further grow that. Grow that to the point that when we are in government 3 years from now, when I am Premier of Ontario, that you're going to continue to feel that this is a transparent democratic party that is rooted in your best interests. So I want to come back here this summer as leader of the opposition, and I want to come back here 3 years from now, as long as you'll have me as Premier of Ontario. I joke that when Bill Clinton was elected President of the United States in 1992, they said this was the first African-American president, because Bill had quite a close relationship with the African-American community. When I'm elected Premier of Ontario, I want them to say, this is the first Guju Premier of Ontario. And I think Kashuk likes that. But on that note, I didn't want to give you a long speech today. I simply wanted to come thank you. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for participating. And for everyone that signed a membership, I think most people in here have signed a membership. Yeah. For everyone that has, Devinder or Kashuk will have the voting locations. The vote's on tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 5. I know tomorrow some of you might be going down to the Kelsa Day celebrations in Toronto. Please try to vote before, or vote when you come back. It's open from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. I actually think the old school of the party might have put the voting day tomorrow intentionally, knowing that the big support I have from the Indo-Canadian community. I think they intentionally put it on Kelsa Day. You know, when people put obstacles up in front of us, we drive through them. So just don't allow that to deter you. Just please come and vote before you go down to the Kelsa Day celebrations. And we have 3 voting locations in these ridings, in Kitchener and Cambridge. In Cambridge is at the Holiday Inn. Yeah. And in Kitchener, Brockworth in Kitchener. He said, any questions at all before the vote? Ask Devinder, ask Kashuk. And on that note, I am an open book for any questions you may have. Any questions for me? Any questions for the aspiring first Guju Premier of Ontario?
Yeah, I have one question.
Yeah.
You are becoming a Premier of Ontario.
I'd like to say chief. I like to say Chief Minister.
Could you remove the new curriculum? They are
yes. Yes. It's not in the best interest of Ontario. I put it this way. So the question is, would I get rid of the curriculum? I want to. If I'm going to add something to the school system, first of all, in grade 1 it should be on reading, writing, and mathematics. The very first thing in high school, if you want to add a new course to high school, I also say one of my favorite moments during the campaign, teaching young people how to do income tax. One of my favorite moments in this leadership campaign. Let's just teach people. I've done a lot of things in the Indo-Canadian community, a lot. From the backwaters of Kerala, I have very strong opinions on this. Himalayas and my opponent, one thing I had never done until Kashuk took me to it, sex education. I'd never been to a Halloween party. Change it. And I went to in London. I say, what's the point of electing a new conservative leader? And if they have the same opinions as the Liberal Party, we want a conservative party that can stand on conviction. I look like courage of our convictions. Now, I had a black tie event in Windsor that night would be, and I went back to my approach for Ontario. Showered, very accessible. I think I'm Shane here has got this black tie later, and got my talking to someone, and they go to me. So you know that you have pink on my business card in your ear, cell phone number. You know that. So I can't wait to go to a Holi party one time. And I'm not going to pick it up. The next Holi party I want to go to is in India. I want to try one out in India. So I know that because thank you for coming today. Thank you for your support today. But yeah, I have to say the support that Devinder and Kashuk have given me in this leadership has been, tremendous, and I thank you for that friendship, Kashuk and Devinder. And I'd add that we have another fellow you might know who's helping us out in Kitchener from the Indo-Canadian community. His name is Ajmer Mander. Anyone know Ajmer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ajmer has been working hard on my campaign. And I'll tell you what happened to Ajmer, by the way. He wanted to run as a candidate. He sold the most memberships, and the party's like, no, 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 we have someone better. And they didn't allow him to run. And I was so upset by that. Because my opinion is, you know, if you look at the PC caucus today, you look at the candidates, we did not reflect Ontario. I want to make sure that when I run for Premier, when you look at my candidates, you look at my caucus, you're going to say, I see my voice. I want to make sure that never again do we push people aside as candidates because we think we have a better one. Headquarters will not interfere. If I'm leader of the party, we're going to have transparent, democratic nominations. And if you want to run for a nomination, you're entitled to. No more interference. We're going to have a a political process that I hope is the most transparent in Ontario. And by the way, I came late today only because I now, after going to India 15 times, I now work only on India Standard Time.
Last time he did early, half an hour, then he waited for you guys.
And I would like to say two more things that as Uncle also said about the liberals trying to bring the sex education in grade 3, right? So everyone should know that that is the worst thing because they don't even can recognize properly the toys. How could they understand the education, right? Yeah. After grade 8 or 9th, it's okay because when they are mature, right? And Patrick and we talked many times and say these are the small tiny things, but these tiny things can make a very nice community. Because bringing that with that education, that would bring more of the bad stuff in the community rather than bringing the good stuff. Right? Second thing is I keep on bugging Patrick, but it's good that he keeps on bugging me back. Because I don't think that if anyone says that I have no time, that doesn't mean that he would be having his supper or lunch in the washroom, right? He at least have time to take care or watch the TV for 10-15 minutes, right? And that is the reason I always am with him, because I like this guy. Whenever any friend, if he's really with you, he can at least have the time to answer yes or no or call me back after tomorrow or after a year also, right? Yeah. And that's the reason we need to help Patrick, and he will, trust me, he will help us all the day with our problems, every problems, the community. And hopefully, God bless him.
Yeah.
And I'd say, keep that cell phone and you'll be surprised. And normally you call a politician, you can't hear from them. You get their assistant. Try it, text me and you'll see that you get me, you don't get someone else. And I like to have that accessibility, because what I believe, when a politician falls out of touch, that's when they make mistakes. When they're accessible and they listen, what happens? You usually know what issues are the good ones, which issues are the bad ones. So, nothing will change, and I plan to be very close with the community, just as I have for the last 9 years as a member of Parliament in Barrie.
Okay, everybody, big smiles.
Yeah.
We're winning. 1, 2, 3, smile. Patrick, big smile, everybody. Nobody's nervous. Okay. Okay, and then this one. 1, 2, 3.